Okay, let me see if I can find this video. I would like to watch it along with us. Hey, it's on. Okay, there we go. Give me a second while I figure this all out. This is my first one. And I have no idea if they're going to tell me when anyone joins. Oh, look, a comment. Hello, Spanky. There it is. Wow. What? That's quite a delay. I see this comment pop up on the camera, and then it's like 30 seconds later it shows up over here online. Is that too noisy? Yeah, that air conditioner's bugging me. Hold on just a second. I will be right back. Oh, that's much quieter. And now it's hot. I don't know. I'm getting an odd static. I don't know if anyone else is. Good morning, Charles. I have no idea what this is supposed to be about. I've never done one of these, so I'm trying to. Oh. That's better. I forgot I had the charger plugged in. Somehow the charger gives a weird feedback. So I have to... It's early, man. I just woke up. So the buzzing stopped, and I'll be right back. We got to try again. I would like for the air conditioner to stay on if at all possible. Yeah, there's a little hum. I hear a little bit. I suppose if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. I don't have like a prepared statement for this video. This was just going to be a hangout to see if anybody wanted to hang out. This is my tea cup. It was a wedding present in 1983. Different marriage. Good cup. If you are here for the breakfast, you are not going to be real pleased. Boiled eggs. That's it. But I wasn't sure if this was going to happen. I made a post saying I was going to, what was it? I don't remember what, I was trying to remember what time. Yesterday, I made a post saying I was going to do a live video. 2 hours later, the internet goes down. All day, all night, internet was down. 5 o'clock this morning, get a brownout. No internet, no electricity. I was like, what are we gonna do? And an hour ago it all came back on, so no worries. It's just part of the fun of being here. I was noticing yesterday though, I go to the city less now than I did when I lived out on Oton. Because I'm so close. I run to the store, run my errands, I come home. When I was living out in Oton, it was an hour by jeepney to get to the city, an hour to come back. So it's like a 2-hour minimum requirement. So if I was going to invest that much time, I would stay in the city all day, do my shopping, then I'd wander around and explore and do whatever. Now, I walk to the store, I buy my crap, and I come home. I'm actually in the city less now that I live in the city. Shit don't have to make sense, man. But such is life. I need to get out and explore again. When I went to Haro to check out the post office a week or two ago, that was fun. I ended up walking quite a ways because it was something to do. I filmed a lot of it because why not? That was the last day on that camera. This new camera I think is much better. So, but I haven't taken it out for any like really good exploring. Pardon me. Boiled eggs. You're just gonna have to watch me eat for a second. I need my strength. I'm just wasting away. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, it's been a bad year. My exercise has dropped to nothing. My eating has increased. I think that's common with a lot of people, but what are you gonna do? We have no official word exactly, but they say they're trying to open up travel again. But you have to have a existing visa, so it still doesn't sound like tourist. Ballot buy-ins can come back. Other visas can come back. And it's supposed to, a lot of those changes started, like they say, today. But they haven't really said who can come. It's still not open for like a tourist, I don't think. But they're trying to figure something out. So hopefully things will start getting back to normal. They're actually doing vaccines here. They're doing sign-ups at the mall. But they're having a hard time getting people to sign up for them because nobody wants the Sinovac Chinese vaccine. I don't know. I was looking at the, thinking about it rather, the brownout this morning. And as soon as I try and schedule a video, internet goes down, power goes off, and I laugh, and one of my lines, and it seems to bother some people, is, "Welcome to third world living." I don't mean that like as an insult, really, because I knew what I was getting into when I came here. And I've got to say, in the last 8 years, the improvements have been incredible. But we still don't have drinkable water. They got a group of people that like pumps water around the city. This is the first place I've lived in the Philippines that was on city water. Even our apartment was on a well. So this is the first time I've been on actual city water that I pay for and still can't drink. They can't keep the power on. They can't keep the internet on. It is so much better now than it was. It has huge improvements. But let's be honest. It is what it is. And so I kind of joke about it, you know, welcome to third world living. I know the definition. Third world is a political alignment, not developing nation, but in common usage, it's third world. But I knew before I came here what the infrastructure issues were likely to be. And I made that decision well informed, and it was fine. I'm okay with it. Well, I do say, hello, Ricky. I do say welcome to the Philippines. But when things go wrong, I just kind of laugh, and it's like, yeah, it's third world living. Maybe I shouldn't say that one. But I knew coming here what it was going to be. And it's actually pretty damn good. I gotta say, I'm happy. But it does get a little frustrating sometimes. Ralph and David, hello, good morning. People are here. That's cool. If y'all have questions, please feel free, because I have no prepared statement. I will. Oh, that's a long one. Oh my, 12:40 a.m. Ooh. Yeah, it's 7:30 here, or 7:40, so I'm okay. I don't usually wake up this early. I am gloriously retired, and if the aircon is running, I'll sleep till 9 or 10. Oh. Ladybugs in Orlando? Oh, I hate you. Man, I miss Orlando. Dude. We did a spring break Orlando trip every year. Well, we went once in 2002. It was like right after 9/11. Prices were cheap. And it was a once-in-a-lifetime break-the-bank trip to Orlando. And we loved it so much we went back every year for 12 years. I miss Orlando. Good morning, Billy Bob, James, and John. That's like 2 from the UK. Cool. Disney's overrated? Oh, no. I could be convinced to come back to the US if I got a job at Disney or Universal. I would love to work at Animal Kingdom. So yeah, I loved it. I miss my amusement parks. The roller coasters. Busch Gardens in Tampa is very good. It's an amazing zoo and an incredible roller coaster park. If you like being spun around and twisted around and turned inside out, which I do. So we don't have amusement parks here. We went to Hong Kong a few years ago, and Melanie got to see her first. It was Disney Hong Kong, and she was a little overwhelmed by Disney Hong Kong, and it's well, nowhere near Disney World size, but it's like a miniature version of Disneyland. It's pretty small, reminding me of Disney Tokyo. It's kind of a miniaturized version of Disneyland, but really fun. So I had to give up my amusement parks to retire. I think it was a fair exchange. So if there's any questions or anything, please feel free to jump in with questions to keep this going, or I will just babble incoherently. I could read you a book. So, yeah, we're kind of trying to figure out what to do with this. if you have it, like I said, I've never done a live video. I don't think I've ever actually watched anyone else's live video, which I probably should have to have an idea what to do. I don't even know what this is about, which is, I guess, poor planning on my part. Can you swim there now? Yes, the beach resorts are open again. They closed our pool here at the condo and all the beach resorts for just the week of Easter. And it's just water. That confusing my liver. Yeah, they closed all the beach resorts and the pools for 1 week just for Easter, just to discourage public gathering. And then they reopened them all. So we have our pool, the beach resorts are open. A friend of mine I was just talking to ran into him downstairs in the parking garage. He just came back from Tigbawan. He went out there to go to the beach. We don't really have beaches in the city proper. But yeah, all that's still open. And they're doing pretty good here. They're having a number of cases, but not as bad as like Manila. I need some cough medicine. Some Tandoai cough medicine. Diet Coke. Well, Coke Light, whatever they call it here. It's different. But we use the gym occasionally. My wife likes to go down and work out. We don't do much, as you can tell. I'm still not exercising like I used to. I'm trying to read the comments as they come in. Yes, the blood pressure's fine, surprisingly. It's odd, I'm fat but healthy. No high blood pressure, no diabetes yet. The passports, I did my renewal when the embassy came around and did, what do they call it, the outreach. I did it a year, 14 months early, but they were here in Iloilo, so I could walk up, hand them the paperwork. It still had to be sent to the US, but that way they could look at it, review it, pay for it in pesos. It was super easy. And a 3-week turnaround from mailing it, goes to the US, came back in my hand, 3 weeks. So passports are easy. And overseas visitors, the few that can come, still have to quarantine. I did read a thing yesterday. They said you have to pay for at least 1 week at a quarantine hotel facility. You have to get a clear test after it's like 4 days or 5 days. You have to get tested. But they're still not even sure who it's open for. Travel isn't opened up yet, but they're trying. It's been a weird year. I do go to the Esplanade. Since I'm right here on the river, I do walk most every day. Not every, I should do morning and evening walks, but I'm lazy and comfortable. The internet here is blazing fast, so I can stream Disney all day and don't have to go outside. But the rivers here are a real pretty walk. It's very nice. So I do that. I try and do that every evening. Need to do it more often. Someone was asking, everyone wants to know budget. Well, Yeah. That one's almost impossible to answer. I've kind of talked budget before. You have your comfort level, I have mine. So I spend $1,000 a month, and that includes a ridiculously high rent that I pay here. Back at the house, we spent $1,000 a month with no rent, which was kind of nice, a little more pocket money. But I did my first almost 6 years here on under $1,000 US. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's doable. 1,500, 2,000, you'll be fine, I think. I know guys that spend 4,000 every month and they're happy. So man, it's up to you. Budget's too hard. It's kind of whatever you want to do. Like I said, my wife and I have more, but my budget, my monthly budget is $1,000 US dollars, and it's easy to live on it. The last couple of days of the month, we might run out of pocket money if we went out too much earlier in the month. But the 13A spouse visa, that's a good one. I came on a tourist visa. Oh my God, you have to go to immigration every 2 months, which doesn't sound bad, but oh my God, 2 months passes so fast. It's like every time I turned around, I'm going back to do my visa. So I did a ballot buy-in stamp, which is amazing because it's completely free for a year, but you have to leave the country every year. So I got on the 13A spouse visa, and you go to immigration once a year, you pay 300 pesos for your annual check-in. That's it. It's awesome. 13A is a good one. You're gonna like that. Oh, the rent. The rent's ridiculous because I'm in a condo. So I'm paying $14,500. Yeah, $14,500 for a 2-bedroom. Tiny, tiny bedrooms. We have a queen size bed. It fits, and you can barely walk around the queen size bed. It is so small. The rooms here are atrociously small. But I like being in a condo. I like the location. We have a great staff. We have a pool. We have a gym. I like it. I don't like paying rent, but I like where we are. I could get an apartment down the street for half the price, and it would probably be larger. And I might do that later, but I'm digging the condo right now. My wife likes it. We have friends in the building. We just kind of all just run into each other. It's actually pretty cool. Ralph, for your 24 meters, where do you live? What city? Don't forget to activate. Because I'm trying to think, we paid $7,000 for a big 2-bedroom apartment. It was probably 65, 70 meters for $7,000. This is 45 meters. Kind of small. But I love the location. I love being in a condo. So I don't care. I'm enjoying it. My wife's enjoying it. I can afford it. Sort of. I prefer not to pay rent. But if you got to pay rent, this place is okay. I wouldn't buy here. No offense to the condo here, but been here 2 months, I wouldn't buy here. But I'll rent here. Have I been to the UK? Not lately. I went in 2007 and hung out in Soho for a week. It was fun. I really like London. But never went back. I never had any desire to see much of like Europe. I'm not sure why. I was always drawn more to Asia. Never been to South America. People ask, why didn't you retire in? And then they start naming South American countries. And I'm like, never even vacationed there. Never had a desire to see it. Probably would be pretty nice, but I was always drawn to Asia since elementary school. But, look at that. YouTube holds comments. They flag comments, so I'm seeing comments that y'all don't see. Consider yourself lucky. Charlie. Hi, Charlie. What the fuck you doing, Charlie? When are you coming home? Come on back. You've been gone a long time, dude. Yeah, I always wanted to travel, and ended up in the Navy. All the branches of the service promise you'll see the world. The Navy delivers in abundance. What you don't see is home, family, kids. It's not good if you're like married with kids. Good job if you're single. But we went all over Asia, South Pacific, spent a whole month in Australia, tons of time in Japan and Korea. I love both. Japan and Korea are wonderful. Bit more expensive than the Philippines though. We came here and I just fell in love with the place. Now, granted, okay, how can I put this politely? It was Subic when the bases were open. It was a different world, let's say. But it was cool people. I really enjoyed the Philippines. Japan is beautiful. And Korea has some lovely stuff. Hong Kong was cool. Singapore was awesome. I really had fun in the Navy because we just went all over. Tonga. You ever been to Tonga? Love it. Nothing there. No street lights. Nothing. And oh, it was great. It was like maybe what Hawaii was like 100 years ago. So, yeah, Subic. Ooh. It's a little crazy. But it's one of the things when I got here, though, the people were great. The travel opens your eyes to the poverty. I was raised fairly poor in the U.S., and it's mind-blowing, the difference. The poor in the U.S., nothing against them, they don't have a clue. Oh my God, when you see the poverty levels in some other countries, when they say there's nothing for dinner, they mean nothing. But the attitudes were great. Everyone was happy, smiling. The Philippines just has I don't know where they get their attitude, man. I need to learn where they get their attitude. Maybe it's Tandoai. I should put some Tandoai in this and fix my attitude. So back to Charlie. When are you coming back? You still got your house you're building. You can come visit in my condo and go swimming with me. Come on, man. You've been gone a long time, dude. So we're having a fiesta at the house a few years back. I have half a dozen foreigners coming, but I think I know all of them. I'm sitting there and I see this red shirt, white guy. It's like, okay, here comes Joe. Gets a little closer and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And what's he doing in my yard? It was Charlie. Hi, Charlie. The wives apparently met on Facebook, found out we were nearby, and my wife invited them to the fiesta and chose not to tell me. So I'm like, I had no idea who this guy is. Turns out he was all right. So, I mean, you know, for a foreigner, he's okay. Then he went back to the U.S., ran away. But Charlie, if you don't come back soon, I'm moving into your house. No, I'm not. It's too far away. I like the city. Trying to read. I think I've missed a few people coming in saying hello. So hello to everybody. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people on here. Well, oh, there it is. 21 people watching now. 22. But I'm watching it, so there's less. Do we? Hello, Maximus. Do we have any European delis? Not really. There's a couple small delis here so you can get your lunch meats. There's a German expat that opened a deli, and he's got some decent sausages. You get liverwurst every now and again. But in Boracay, oh, I miss Boracay. Heidiland Deli in Station 2, really good deli. We bought one of the big, I don't know how you pronounce panettone or something, the big ass holiday cakes. I used to sell them at Williams-Sonoma, never could pronounce them. We bought one there at the deli. I was eating way too much liverwurst because they had some really good liverwurst at Heidiland. We don't have that here so much, but we get good sausages if you want to pay for them. They're a bit expensive, but they're really good. We have a German that makes sausages, and we have another German that makes breads. Both of them are pretty expensive, but really, really good. So I haven't been out to the deli in a long time because it's dangerous. Because I start making sandwiches. You remember Blondie and Dagwood? I can make a Dagwood sandwich, you know. Ain't healthy, but they're good. So I do make a good schnitzel. I think I make a pretty good one. You're odd being a normal guy. Most vloggers are nuts. Well, you obviously don't know me very well because I am nuts. Actually, I always joke that normal people stay home. Anyone that chooses to move 8,000 miles away from friends and family has got something wrong. I think we're all a little crazy because, like, I've got some friends in the U.S. that just couldn't imagine. They're like, why? You know, I decided I wanted to come here, and there was nothing that was going to stop me. I came here. I should write the book on how not to come here. I quit work at 48. I wasn't retired. I just quit working and came here. I didn't retire until I was 55. Normal people stay home. I think all of us are a little bit crazy, and that's what makes it fun. Is there a DJ boom boom problem at the condo? Sometimes. There's one street between us and the river, and there's a house. over here, I'm not sure which house. Gets pretty loud sometimes. But these windows are surprisingly good. In the CR, there's no fart fan, so the window stays open all the time. You can hear the noise. You go in there at night, they have good taste. They're playing like Dean Martin, not karaoke, but just, music. And they play good music. I just don't want to hear someone else's music. But as soon as you shut the window, it stops. So it's not too bad. It's nowhere near as bad as out in the house, out in Oton. It was so loud out there, it's driving me freaking nuts. Here has been very quiet. We'll see how long it lasts. Hello, Texas, to Richard. I'm from Texas. I kind of miss it sometimes. But I'm doing okay here. Does SNR carry liverwurst? Not that I have ever seen. I wish they did. So, yes, I'm very near Smallville. We're right here on the Esplanade. It's just a short walk down to Smallville. That's what I like about this location. I'm just across the river is Molo Plaza. 2 big grocery stores, a small mall, a lot of good shopping there. Straight down the Esplanade, I'm at Smallville. Around the corner is SNR. Little farther away is SM City and Festive Walk Mall. I would walk those. I think my wife would prefer a taxi for those, but it's all really close. This is a great location. From Lubbock. I don't know much about Lubbock. I joke and tell people I'm not really from Texas. I'm from Dallas. Dallas ain't really Texas, man. It's different. I start driving out in Texas, and it's just, there's a whole bunch of nothing, and there's some nice towns, but I've never really traveled Texas much. It's kind of funny. I don't like driving, so to me, a vacation is driving to the airport. And when you get on the plane, there has to be a beach or a roller coaster. Both would be nice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even been to Lubbock. Texas is a big state. San Antonio, been. Houston, a lot. We'd drive to Houston just for an overnight. Waco, Texas is big. Drove from Dallas to San Diego. The halfway point is El Paso. You drive so far in Texas, you're just crying. Breakfast. Boiled eggs. Get that good boiled egg breath for the rest of the day. Shit just ain't right. Birthplace of Buddy Holly. I knew Buddy Holly's uncle, actually. My dad worked for this guy in an insurance company. His boss was Buddy Holly's uncle. We'd go to him. Dude was like ancient. I was like 10. And this guy had to be 1,000,000 years old. I mean, like at least 60. Old. And 1,000,000 pictures of Buddy Holly. And I was like, you like Buddy Holly? He goes, oh, it's my nephew. I was like, it's fucking cool. But has anyone moved into the old house yet? I have no idea, because I have not been back. The house was built to avoid rent. We built it pretty cheap. The whole thing was 300,000 pesos. What is that? It was 7,000. By the time we were done, it was probably $10,000, whatever. We added on to it over time. But we lived in it over 5 years. So as far as I'm concerned, it's paid for. Rent savings alone, it's paid for. It served its purpose. I'm in the city. I'm enjoying it. She still has that house. It is hers. It will be hers. If somebody moves into it for a while, man, I don't care. I don't know if we're ever going back to it. I don't care if we ever go back to it. As far as I'm concerned, it's paid for itself. It served its purpose. But so far, I don't think anybody's moved into it yet. Give them a couple more months and they might. And the Diet Coke, she is gone. Now we're down to water. Sorry, liver. It's just water. My liver doesn't know what to do with it. Why did I leave? Oh, yeah. I hate country living. Can't stand it. Bored out of my mind. I drink so much less now. It's amazing. Yeah, all I did out there was sit around bored with really crappy internet and a lot of rum. It was not healthy. I love the city so much more. That's why I told my wife if we lived way out in her province, other side of the mountains, all I would do out there was drink and chase girls. I said, if you want to move out there, we will. But I would be an alcoholic and I would be screwing every girl in the neighborhood because there's nothing else to do. And she's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, that's it. What am I gonna, I said, you don't want me out there. I'm not, I'd be dangerous out there. Yeah, I need the city. I can't stand country living. I'm a city boy, always have been. But, Dallin, I don't know how to pronounce Dallenden. Dallin, something like that, yes. Dallenden Tang is very good. I'm on the mixed berry kick right now because it's mild enough that it doesn't bother me. I can drink it all day. And I probably couldn't even do this live video at the house. The internet was so horribly bad. I would get 1.5 meg download. Pretty much that was the best. We paid for 5 megabytes. We got about 1.5. Here, I don't know if they even say what it's supposed to be. I think they say up to 100. I've never seen 100, but we get 30 meg download pretty much all the time. During the brownout, power was out, internet was out. I just used my phone, just on whatever phone service. I had 70 meg download. So yeah, the internet is amazingly better in the city, and that's important to me. I'm trying to see. Yeah, Ralph doesn't know how he lasted in the province for 4 years. I was there for 5. Oh, I know some people love it. It's not for me. If you like the province, good for you. I'm glad the city is here, because what I fell in love with about Asia is like the thriving Asian cities. And nothing against Iloilo, but I say it's a nice small town. I don't even consider it a big city. They roll up the sidewalks at 6 p.m. I like a thriving, 24-hour London. London's awesome. Hong Kong, Singapore, these are great. Iloilo is very nice. Thriving metropolis, not so much. but it is growing. Oh my God, everywhere you look out here is cranes. That's the business to get into. Whoever is making cranes is making money. The mall. Am I walking distance to the mall? Well, that depends on who you ask. I would say yes. My wife would say maybe. It's 2.5 kilometers maybe, so it's not far. But she would probably, we usually taxi, or we can jeepney halfway and then walk the other half. But I say we're walking distance. Melanie says we're not. You know. So we're, I should have cooked breakfast before this. Have a big bowl of oatmeal, but I didn't do it. Or pancakes. It's breakfast time. I don't eat breakfast. I need a better background. I need to hang something back here. I don't know. Yeah, that's my Christmas stocking. Let's see if we can see him. That's not sure why. I didn't hang that. Melanie put that up there. I don't know. Trying to read comments. You know, out in the province, I see some of these Filipinos walking so far, just unbelievable distances. But then when you get off the jeepney to go home, they have to get a sacad because they're not going to walk 500 meters. I'm like, sure. I enjoy walking. I was at SM City. I wanted to go to Robinson's. It's 3 or 4 kilometers. I walked. Why not? It was fun. But they look at me like I'm crazy. And I might be. But I do like walking. I could do the green screen. Does Bud do a green screen, and does he put something pretty behind it? I have a green screen, actually. I just don't use it. And I've got some Boracay footage. I could put Boracay Beach behind me. That'd be fun. I have some footage filmed from Boracay Crowded and Boracay Empty. So I built a green screen just for fun. I wanted to buy one, and I looked online, and with the stands and the lights and all this, it was like a $200 set. I was like, I'm not going to use that. So I went downtown, and I spent less than $20. I bought all the green cloth and regular umbrellas with the silver lining, built my own light fixtures, did the whole setup for under 20 bucks. I used it twice as a toy and haven't touched it since. I just wanted to know if I could do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ralph, but I think we've all put on 30 pounds this year. Yeah, I exercise less, I eat more. This hadn't been a good year. Back in, what was it, 2016, 17, I lost 50 pounds, was looking much better. This all went away. My stomach was getting flat. It's easy to lose, hard to maintain, because I don't like exercise, and I love to eat. And I was doing okay at maintaining. Then we got locked down. Exercise came to a screeching halt. We weren't allowed to leave the house for 3 months. We stocked up on food, so she's buying like cases, big boxes of cookies and candy and chips. And so I'm just laying around the house eating. Yeah, it's been a rough year for all of us, I think. But now I'm drinking water, and I'm going to go to the gym later. Look at this. The cup's not that old. All this color's coming off of it. Fucking Walmart junk. So, what did I put on? I put on less than 5 kilos. So, I mean, I've put on 10 or 12 pounds. It's just all right here. But, you know, all my pants and stuff still fit. So I guess that's good. I got to get out and walk more, though. There are comments coming in. Where are you from in the U.S.? Texas. Hello, Rose. And, okay, Ralph, enjoy your breakfast. I would like to find some liverwurst. Ooh, I can make that my goal. This weekend, I'm going to find liverwurst. No, probably not. But I'll go look for it. So, it's been a weird year for all of us, I think. It's unfortunate, but reading comments. Watching from Fargo, North Dakota. I don't even know where that is. I mean, I know it's in the U.S., but I've never had the grilled liver on the stick, but the intestines are surprisingly good. You see that little zigzag meat on a stick that you go, huh, that looks like intestines. It is. Little chicken intestines. And with the right hot sauce, they're pretty good. People look at me funny because I don't know if foreigners are supposed to eat that, but parts is parts, man. Chicken feet are okay, but it's a lot of work with no return. Chew on it, there's no meat. It reminds me of that when we were kids, we used to buy that chewing wax. It'd have like a little bit of liquid flavor, and you chew it for a minute, and then it gets so hard you can't chew it, it's just going to break your teeth, and you spit it out. That's a chicken's foot. They taste okay, but what's the point? When you're out drinking, we call it Isaw, whatever you say, ISAW, the chicken intestines. They're pretty good. And I basically have a cast iron stomach, I guess. I mean, occasionally, anywhere, you're even at home, you have kind of a bad day. You don't want to stray too far from the CR. But as far as like food poisoning, never had a problem. I eat street food. I travel on my stomach. Singapore is amazing. Oh my God, the street food there. It's more they're like, they set up strips of, it's not like just street carts. They set up little shops of all the food. Amazing. The street food here, unfortunately, is all kind of the same. You've got the blood sausage, the isaw, various pork or chicken parts. You might get some quick, which is the little boiled quail leg dipped in batter with syrup on it. Sounds disgusting, but it's really good. Everywhere you go, it's always kind of the same half dozen items. Street food here needs a little more difference. You know, when you're traveling around, it should be more variety. So, oh, the block of blood. Yeah, the blood sausage. Not my favorite. My wife loves it. I can eat it. It's just, to me, it's not that good. It's actually amazing watching how they make that when they get the blood and they get it to gel up and then slice it and cook it. It's crazy. But it's just not one of my favorites. I was surprised. We went to a soup place in Boracay and they had it looked like a big piece of fat they cut up into the soup. I ate it and it was actually really good and it wasn't fat. So I had to go ask what it was, and the guy was like, oh, it's tripe. I was like, huh. Apparently I like tripe? Who knew? It's like a stomach lining or something. It's some disgusting part you don't want to think about. When it's prepared right, it's not bad. So yeah, I'll eat. I love trying different stuff. I have not tried balut. I have no interest in trying balut. I don't even like to look at it. So that's probably not going to happen. My wife doesn't like eggs at all, so she doesn't eat it. So it's not like they're ever in the house. I don't know anyone that eats it, so probably not going to happen. How about learning the language to speak? I tried. I actually hired a teacher. Well, I went online, I said, I'm looking for a teacher, and this lady is like, she wasn't a teacher. But anyway, I don't have a grasp for languages. I can read it and read it and read it, and I'll learn a couple words, and the next morning I don't remember a bit. I don't do well with languages. I've tried learning Ilongo, and it's just not working for me. I speak jeepney. I can ride a jeepney and I can say Bayad Paliho, which is I would like to pay, please. Salagar Sababao, please stop wherever you can. And Chicken Joy, because you got to go to Jollibee's for Chicken Joy. That's it. I've been here 8 years. That's my grasp of the language. It's terrible. I don't even know cuss words. Somebody here could teach me some good cuss words, maybe. I thought you're supposed to learn those right away. I don't have a grasp for languages. Whatever part of the mind works for that, doesn't work. I'm still trying to learn English. Question from Don, will I be eligible for Social Security when I'm of age? Yes. It's going to be a while still. And because my last job was a government job that did not pay into Social Security, it's going to be really bad. My Social Security is going to be a joke. But I'll take it. But yeah, it's going to be really, really, really low. I paid into it for 25 years? 30? Yeah, I paid into it for 30 years. And I'm going to get back pretty much nothing. It's a weird setup because my next job didn't pay into it, so I'm getting penalized like mad. So when I turn 62, if I live that long, I'll collect it. Let's see, I'm not sure what that word means in Ilongo. I may look it up before I say it to my wife. Yeah, I wish I was better at languages. I really do. One problem I found here, I would go into a market and I would point at something and say, I'm trying to remember which is Tagalog and which is Ilongo. That's another problem, is there's too many ways of saying it. It's either Tagpalay or Magkano. Forget which one is Ilongo. But if I ask in their language how much something is, they think I can speak their language and they start blah, 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 rattling off some answer. And I'm like, that asking was my extent. So I just ask how much in English and let them try and answer. Because if I give the impression that I speak their language, they let loose and I don't catch a word of it. So, yeah, I don't even, I try and use the occasional word for fun, but not much. I can say like good morning and stuff, but I would like to learn. I think if I live here, I should learn the language. But I was talking to someone here and I was asking, should I learn Tagalog or should I learn Ilongo? And she says, this was in Iloilo, she says, you should learn Ilongo. Because if I cannot speak Ilongo to you, I would rather speak English. Because they don't speak Tagalog here. They can, but they don't. There's like, if I can't speak Ilongo, she's like, if I can't speak my language, I'd rather speak English. Because they're like, they don't want to speak Tagalog. Tagalog would be better at getting you at all the islands. But if you don't live up north, may as well not learn it. So I've kind of just stuck with English, and for the most part it works. You get some people around here that, you know, they learn it in school, but that's like saying I learned Spanish and French in school. Doesn't mean I can speak it. So a lot of the English here is iffy, but in the cities it's not bad. You get by. It's pretty good. Most places are pretty good with it. Like if I go, even just at our house, uncle worked at the schools, his English is almost non-existent. We could barely communicate. But most places it's pretty good. Actually says if you travel, I don't think if you travel, Tagalog doesn't really, it's not any better than English. Because like in Cebu, they don't speak Tagalog. They can't, their TV speaks Tagalog, but they speak Bisaya, Cebuano, whatever you want to call it. Here they speak Ilongo, which is not the name, but that's colloquially what it's called. So for the most part, English gets you by well enough here, which was not a major concern when I was looking at where to retire. The ease of visa, because the Philippines visa is so easy. I was looking at Thailand and their visas much more complicated. That was the deciding factor. But now that I'm here, the availability of English is a lot more important than I thought it was going to be. So we're just enjoying the condo life, enjoying the aircon. I have a view of the river on two sides of the condo. Life is good. Yeah. Oh, hello, Rose. Yes, Korea, that's different. Visited Korea, it was tough. Even in Sailor Town, where they wanted us to stay, it was tough. And Korea is about, I think, the only place I've been thrown out of stores. I went into like a convenience store to buy a Coke, and this lady comes out. I don't speak Korean, but I recognize cussing in any language. She's like, la, 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 la. Texas Street, Texas Street. She's yelling at me. All I got from it was, I'm not selling you a Coke. Get the fuck out of my store. Texas Street's where you sailors belong. She wouldn't sell me a Coke. It was a bad scene, man. I was trying to be nice. I was sober. I was polite. I was skinny and cute back then. Wouldn't have nothing to do with it. But Japan and Korea were both a little tougher on language. You get in the right areas, they speak. But we get up in the villages doing tours and stuff. We're outside in Japan ordering in the window display, pointing at the plastic food. I want that, because we couldn't communicate at all with them. It's kind of fun. Yeah, how about some thumbs up for Tim's first live stream? Yay! Yeah, like I said, I don't know what this is about. I should probably have a topic. I'm just hoping y'all ask questions, because I don't know. We're getting a few questions in, which is good, because that helps. Yes, Don, I remember that video when Ricky, Mike, and I met at SM. It was funny because I didn't film any of it, because at the time I was not considering myself as any kind of YouTuber. I was posting videos for my brother for fun, and I wasn't really thinking about it. And they invited me, hey, let's all have this YouTuber meetup. And I'm like, am I a YouTuber? Because I didn't plan it. It just kind of, you know. Yeah, I met Rick A here a couple times. He was passing through a couple different times. He's pretty cool. I miss Mike. Mike was cool. He had a good time on that bike, running all over the islands. He had a good time. I remember when Mike moved to Piccolo. I don't know if he put it, how much he put in his videos, but he was telling me how much he hated it there. He said he missed Iloilo so much. And I've visited Piccolo a few times. I've really enjoyed it, but I've never lived there, so I don't know. But he was having a lot of health problems at the time, so that could have had something to do with it as well. But he really enjoyed his time here. He enjoyed it a lot. Uh-oh. I need to put on my chapstick. I don't know how to pronounce Mido Kelly. From Utah, your neighbor is Charlie and Annie. You have my sincerest condolences. I'm sorry you have to deal with Charlie, but what are you going to do? Nah, he's all right. I don't know if I ever met Rose. I know Mike was living with Rose there. I met a couple different girlfriends here, but Mike came to my house one time just kind of to show the house and do a walkthrough. He asked me, hey, can I come over and film this? Sure. So he came over, we had lunch, chatted. It was cool. Turns out, because Mike had a very popular channel, I got a ton of subscribers from that one video. And for some reason, the video wasn't anything spectacular. That video was his #1 video for like the next 2 years. It was the highest watched video for 2 years. Neither one of us could figure it out, but we were laughing because he made money off of it. I got subscribers off of it. It was just hanging out at the house. Somehow it was a very popular video. That was, I don't know. I don't know, Pizza Bill. Is that something in Bacolod I should look at next time I'm there? I really enjoy Mascara. That was one of the big parties, the big street festivals they do in Bacolod. It's fun. I love Dinagyang. Here in Iloilo, Dinagyang is great. But Mascara is awesome. So fun. It's less about the dancing or the competitions, and it's more about the street party. So I don't know about festival wise, but for like me, for fun, I'll take Mascara over Dinagyang every time. I love it. And it's just a quick boat ride. It's next island over. So we've been there 2 or 3 times. It's really good. So they're saying that the guy that owns the pizza place is stuck in Chicago. Yeah, a lot of guys went back to the U.S. or were in the U.S. when all the travel restrictions happened. And people got stuck different places. I don't consider myself stuck here, but I'm glad I'm here. I know some guys that were going stir crazy here. One dude split. He said he couldn't take it, and he went to Mexico because you could get from here to Mexico. And I don't know. I don't really feel trapped here. We can pretty much go where we want within reason. There are travel restrictions. But hey, we went to Boracay for, how long were we there? 5 months, almost 6. I couldn't do that in a normal year. So we still, we didn't get to travel much. We took 1 vacation this year, but it was a 5-month vacation. And we're going to sneak another bite of my breakfast, excuse me. Just slurp down them boiled eggs, huh? Eggs are hard to boil here. I think they're too fresh, or the membrane is really thick. They don't peel very well. I've tried every trick in the book. Poke the hole in it, put it in cold, put it in hot, steam it instead of boil it, ice bath. The shells still stick. Oh, Maximus asked, how much was the rent in Boracay? Sadly, cheaper than here. We had a 1-bedroom apartment, nice, big rooms, beautiful bathroom, fair kitchen, $12,000 a month. Gorgeous apartment right next to the beach. That's COVID prices though. It was probably would be $40,000 a month normally, but $12,000. So we're like, we pay more. A week in a hotel run you 20, 25, you know. So we're like, yeah, 12,000. So we went there and stayed for 5 months. We got out just in time though, because they were starting to crack down on the QR codes and to come onto the island to understand it. But once you're on the island, you should be able to leave. We went, and you didn't need the test or the QR codes or any travel stuff, but they added all of it later, and then we almost couldn't leave. We had to get special permission to leave the island. And then a week later, all hell broke loose. They locked down half the island for COVID breakouts and stuff. So we got out just in time. glad we left when we did. As much as I was enjoying it, it was time to come home. Bye, Ladybug. I'm not sure how long I'll be here. I'm reading the messages. It was pretty quiet in Boracay because there was, for a lot of it, well, first there was tourists only from Region 6. So Bacolod, Iloilo, you could travel and there was no test. But there's not that many people. So pretty much it was just Iloilo people. They opened it up to travel from Manila, but you had to have a test. So all Iloilo travel stopped because they're not going to pay for the test. And it was slowly building up with Manila starting to come in. Then they locked Manila down again and the island stopped. So they've had a rough couple of years there in Boracay. A lot of restaurants are closed, some 20-year, 25 years in the same location, shut down. A lot of hotels are for sale. Boracay is struggling hard right now. So, digital COVID passport app. I am not aware of that. Haven't looked into it. I should probably keep up with things like that more. So it's been going pretty good. Hopefully in Iloilo in December. Hopefully I'll still be here in December. I ain't going nowhere. They're trying to open up travel again right now, and it's just not, they're not sure what they're doing yet. It's the vaccine is here, sort of, but it's going really, really slow. So we're going to have to give them some time. The U.S. got the vaccine out pretty quick. So hopefully, once the richer countries get done, they start sending some over here more for us. I was going to go sign up, but I have to have proof of residency. And my ID says I live in Oton. So I think I have to sign up out there for the vaccine. Unless I have a copy of my lease, but I don't have any ID with this address. And I did ask immigration, because if you move, you're supposed to inform immigration within 30 days of your move. So I contacted them and said, hey, what's the deal? I own this house out there. I'm renting a condo here. Do I need to come get a new ACR and register my move? And they're like, if that house is your permanent address, just keep that. Don't worry about it. And I saved the messages to try and show that I've talked to somebody, because I wasn't sure if I needed to go tell immigration I moved. They said permanent address, if you own a house, just stick with that. So cool. Because I didn't tell them when I went to Boracay, because I didn't move to Boracay. I just took a vacation for 5 months. But yeah, I am Mike, why did you move? Why did I move? Because I hate the province. It was loud and it was boring and the internet sucked. So I came here. And I'm much happier here in the city. Don't like paying rent, but I'm much happier here. Hello, Linda. It says, welcome community member. Thank you. I don't know why I have memberships. I really don't. You are supposed to have, I don't speak like YouTube much because I'm just Philippines. I'm not a YouTube lesson. But according to YouTube, you have to have 30,000 3,000 subscribers to get memberships. And for some reason, they put me in the program at 3,000. They do that. They open different things up as test. So I'm in it. I saw a channel that only had 1,000 subscribers and they have memberships already. So they, every once in a while, they just kind of open it up. So I opened it up. They're like, they put me in it. So I'm like, cool, if you want to join, join. I wish I knew what to give people to encourage them. Oh, hello. Oh, look, a glass of tea. Thank you. You want to say hello?
I have water. No.
I have water.
Bang. Go.
I'm okay. You don't want to say hi? Okay, be antisocial then. She brought me tea in my I Heart Iloilo mug. Not real tea, because I hate tea. This is a turmeric ginger drink. They call it tea. It's not really tea. I have to go, Richard. Okay. Thank you, Richard. Thanks for visiting. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. I babble a lot, so I could stay here all day if y'all do. Probably not that long. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Could use some rum. Oh, yes. Think the city is easier to stay under the radar of the bamboo gossip? Oh, definitely. We took a trip, 5 days, 5, to Boracay. Supposed to be no testing required, no quarantine, no nothing. This was June or July, July, I think. We come back. Within an hour, we had 4 barangay officials threatening to call the police if we didn't go to the quarantine facility at the school. Like, I'm going to sleep at the fucking elementary school. Because they said we had to be quarantined because we went to the US and back. And I'm like, how did I go to the US and back in 5 days when there's no flights even available? It was all gossip. And so this gossip just started going, and it became official, and I got put on quarantine. And then we fought them, and the quarantine was removed after 3 days. But it was all gossip. Yeah, the gossip here is insane. And somehow officials listen to the gossip because, how can I put this politely? They're stupid. Wait, that's not polite. Anyway, yeah, the city here, there's a lot less gossip. I think people still watch. If you're a foreigner, everybody knows where you live. But here in the city, nobody really cares. Out in the province, it's like they got nothing else to do, so they're like watching. And they would know every little move you make. It's kind of small town living, which I don't like. So yes, I'm much happier in the city. Nobody really pays attention. The security guard watches us come and go. That's about it. Yes, Linda, you are right. I am very cool. No, no. But thanks for thinking so. See, she's crazy too. We're all a little crazy here. Oh, hello, Melanie. Hey, I know you, Melanie the Explorer. Won't you come in here and be on camera? She's in the other room. Oh, Let's see. Tour Frank. What did you miss? You didn't miss much. I've been sitting here for an hour, eating a boiled egg. I was drinking a Coke. Now I'm drinking tea. That's my excitement for the day. Just been chatting. People ask questions. But people have asked for live videos. Quite a few people have asked, when are you going to do live videos? And I keep going, I don't know. But I enjoy it. This is kind of fun. If people actually want to talk, I'll answer questions and we can chat. And if it becomes popular, we could do it once a month, maybe. If it's super popular, twice a month. I don't know. We'll see. Trying to, had a friend of mine bought a house in Park Regency in Iloilo, but before it got finished being built, they moved back to the U.S. How much does elementary school cost? I have no idea. Mostly free, but I think they have a lot of fees. They pay for tests and stuff. Yeah, we had a subscriber sent me a ballot buying box. Whole big ballot buying box full of school supplies. And we were going to wait till August to deliver them because the new school year starts in August. But with this weird online school, they get modules from the school. There's not really any face-to-face. I'm not sure how we're even supposed to do this because the kids don't go to school. So my wife is working out with a teacher and we're thinking next month we might go deliver these goods way up in the mountains, up in Antique. So hopefully that will be coming soon and that will be fun. I enjoy doing the trips and I like, hopefully we can like hand them out to the kids because that's always enjoyable. They're doing the modules where everyone has to like, the teachers print all the lessons. So right now the teachers need copy paper, what they call bond paper here. Just packages of copy paper. So the subscriber sent, the box was amazing. It's backpacks, pencils, colored pencils, crayons, glue, scissors. It's a really good assortment. And a can of Spam for each backpack. Free Spam. And so I'm looking at buying like a case of printer paper. Haven't priced it here, but it can't be that expensive. And I could buy it online, probably Shopee or something. Because the teachers are, the schools probably are supposed to provide that. Can't speak. Schools, I would expect, would provide the paper, but they're having to get donations. They're telling the parents to bring paper so they can copy their lessons out for the kids. So we're going to include a case of copy paper. And hopefully we will do this soon, depending on travel restrictions. Hello, Daniel. The new place is great. My internet is smoking hot. When the power stays on. Like I said, I posted yesterday. I was going to do this. I posted a thing on YouTube saying, live video coming tomorrow. 2 hours later, the internet goes down. Stayed down all day. Went to bed at 11:30 last night. Still down. 5 o'clock this morning, brownout. It's like, we didn't have power. I was like, oh, crap. And then 6 o'clock, everything came back. Internet, power, everything's up. Yeah, it's, other than that, the new place is great. Can't let that get to you, though. That's just day-to-day life, man. We have one outlet they got a generator, runs the elevators and stuff, and each condo has one outlet, a single plug that's on the generator. They say it is for fans only. They said, do not plug in rice cookers or anything. It's probably small wire. There have been other condos that have had like big multi-outlet strips plugged into that, and fires have started because the plugs overheat, wires melt and shit. So all we have, they say it's for a fan. I know a guy that does plug in his coffee maker. I don't drink coffee, so it's not me. But I tried plugging in the internet to it, but the fiber does not work because somewhere along the line, the modem will come on, but there's nothing to connect to. The old wireless system would work in a brownout. If I plugged it into a power pack, I still had internet. So the fiber does not work in a brownout. But we do okay. Did you try vinegar in the water? Yes. All those different tricks of vinegar in the water. They got the little poke the hole in the end of the egg, ice baths. Yeah. The eggs here just stick. I've never been able to get them to not stick. I've gotten them a little bit better, but they still stick a little. You're not going to make a nice, pretty deviled egg. But yes, that's what gets me through the day. It's more fun in the Philippines. Windy, cold Scotland. We had a vacation planned for Scotland. We were supposed to go, I don't know how to pronounce it, Inverness. I know that's wrong, however they would pronounce it. And right when we had a beautiful place booked, and the gas prices just skyrocketed. I forget what year this was, 2008 maybe. And it was going to end up being $3,000 a ticket for each of us. And I was like, oh shit. So we canceled Scotland and went to Hawaii. Way cheaper. I'm not sure. It was, yeah, the ticket prices went insane. Yes, you've spelled it. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Inverness. But we didn't make it there. I was going to go for a vacation. The kids were looking forward to it. Our family is from Scotland, but it's not like I am Scottish American. We don't use that term really. But yeah, the family's from Scotland. So we wanted to go check it out. Didn't make it. I'm reading through here. How are the restrictions? Weird. They come and go. The restrictions change all the time. Iloilo's not bad. Like I said, beach is open, pools are open, malls are open. We're going around. The rule says you have to have a face mask. I mean, not a face shield. But if you have glasses, you don't wear a shield. If you don't wear glasses, they make you put on a face shield. So it's not crazy strict here. It's not too bad. Been to Alaska. My dad hated travel. Never vacationed. Never talked about, in World War II, he went all over Egypt and shit. Never talked about it, didn't care. There's a picture of him in front of the Sphinx and he goes, oh, yeah, that was Egypt. He couldn't care less about travel. He took a cruise to Alaska and he raved about it for months. He loved it. I never thought about going to Alaska. Never occurred to me. He seemed to enjoy it. I like Asia. We want to get, as soon as we can, as soon as things open back up, we really want to get to South Korea. My wife has some family in Korea. We've spent some time in Boracay when they came here with them, and they're great. I got along with them fine. It would be cool. Right now, it's not a good time to go to Korea. Excuse me. Oh, I have to adjust my pillow. So, reading comments. Oh yes, love my restaurant and food reviews. You know, I enjoy doing those. The funny thing is, the restaurant and food reviews, if I'm like counting views or anything, do not perform well. People don't watch them. I enjoy making them. I love cooking. And my cooking videos, nobody watches them. I'll get, you know, so few. I do a walking tour, just filming, walking around. People love them. So I do those because people like them. I like the restaurant reviews. I will continue to do them. And most people will continue not to watch them. Sometimes I got to make them for me. I got to come up with a good cooking video. I've been cooking more lately. I'm enjoying the, I hate electric cooking. I love gas. I hate electric. These induction cookers are pretty sweet, I gotta say. They're kind of cool. So I need to start doing some cooking videos. And it amuses me because I make them for me. Because they don't get very many views. It's like nobody wants to watch me cook. They want to watch me walk around the city because that is more fun, I understand. You know, you want to see the Philippines. But I enjoy cooking, so I will continue to make those videos for myself. I don't know about live stream cooking. I'd get distracted. I'd be chopping something and cut my fingers off. I don't know about that. May not want to do that. But, well, I used to be a cook, so I love to cook. It's just fun. I have to make that cook. I'll tell you, not a chef. I was a line cook. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. Let me rearrange my stuff and get back to my water. So, it's cool just hanging out, chatting with everybody. I'm trying to see, there are 25 people watching at the moment. I think 33 was the highest I saw. Oh, there's 24. We just lost somebody. Probably my wife. She's not talking. She's in the other room. So I'm in the city now. I have lots of time. And I've been so comfortable because I like the condo. I haven't been going out very much. If you have some video ideas, post them now. An angry line cook? Oh no, I was a wonderful line cook. I was sweet and wonderful. Okay, at our restaurant, we had the counter where the food went. Then you had an upper counter where like we stored our baskets and paper and various things. So we had this little view space that happened to go right here. All we could see of the waitresses was their chest. So I could recognize every waitress by her breast. If I looked at their face, I wasn't sure who they were until I looked down and see, because they would come up and talk, and that's all we would see was their breast. And they were clothed, but you know, that was the identifying feature. It was kind of funny because we were at a party after work and we're talking, and one was like, why do all you guys keep looking at her chest? And I was like, because that's the only way we know you. So I don't see your face. So I was not an angry line cook, but there were some angry waitresses. So I do my walking. I don't film a lot of it because it's out here at the river on the Esplanade. And it's the same 3-kilometer loop. It's pretty, but it's the same loop every time I do it. So if I film it, you're going to go, I've seen this video before, because it looks like every other time I do it. So I don't do a whole lot of filming on my walks. When I go out into the city, I try and do more. Like I said, I went to Haro. The post office moved. It's no longer downtown. The post office moved over to Haro. And I assumed since they moved, my post office box would have a new address. And they're like, no, just use the old address. But I was there, so I went ahead and walked back. And it was a fun walk, and I filmed a lot of it and put a video out. And it was fun. I should do that more. I got to get out and explore, because it's a cool city. Yes, Melanie said to say hello to Cousin Rose. I said hello to Cousin Rose. And I even spoke about her when I said we had some family and they from Korea, and we hung out in Boracay and they were cool. That's who I was talking about. So we have hello. Yes, I did say hello Rose when she came on, but I didn't say hello Cousin Rose. And I probably should have. We're trying to think what my plans are for the day. I think we're going to lunch. That's about all I know. It's Saturday, so we should go grocery shopping. Probably won't. It's the first of the month, so I should go get money out of the bank. Probably won't. Trying to read these. Oh. Hello. I'm assuming that's Sheila. Hello. Hour and a half late, but whatever. So. I haven't done a lot of hotel or resort reviews. I did a few when we were in Boracay. I did some restaurants and resorts in Boracay. And surprisingly, I was there for 5 months and all my views just tanked. Nobody wanted to see Boracay videos, which I don't understand because it's the most beautiful beach in the world. And it's a wonderful place and I would love to live there. And people didn't care about it. Or my videos suck. I'm not sure which. I don't know. I guess after a while, one beach does look very much like another beach. So, you know. And what are we having for lunch? I have no idea. We're going somewhere with some people. I'm not in the planning stages. I just follow. They say get dressed. I get dressed and we go. So, yeah, I'm not in this at all. Oh, dude, do you like pancit molo? Oh, dude, love it. There's Capuslings is like they say is the premier pancit molo, and I love it. Yeah, it's a little chicken dumpling in it's like a seafood broth. I don't know, it might be a chicken broth, but it's got little chunks of crab or shrimp floating around in the broth. Good soup. Love it. And yeah, we go to Capuslings, and it's a big bowl of soup, has 5 or 6 dumplings in it for 65 pesos. It's like $1.20. It's good. My favorite soup here is the arroz caldo. It's just a rice congee, kind of like gruel. There's no way to describe it to make it sound good. It's this thick, ricey, oh, it's wonderful. I love it. You can't, There's no, it's gruel. It's like, it's what you eat for, like if you have no teeth or you're sick or something. But it's just, it's the best food ever. I love Aris caldo. And it's one of those, I try and describe it. There's not much you can say about it, but it's wonderful. Is the American Burger place still in Haro? The only thing I know is American Legacy that was downtown by Delgado. And it's either closed or really shrunk. It's like just a takeout window, looks like, might still be open. The rest of the restaurant is other restaurant now. I don't know of a place in Haro. But I don't spend much time in Haro, so there's probably a lot of things in Haro I don't know about. That's why that walking tour was so much fun a couple weeks ago when I went to the post office, because I was walking down through a bunch of parts of Haro that I've seen, but usually from a taxi or a jeepney. So it was fun walking it. But yeah, I need to get out and check out my new neighborhood more. Ray says it's good to see you're able to get out and about. We don't have a lot of lockdown here. There's restrictions on, some places are limited on how many people they can have. I think net cafes mostly are closed, but there's a couple of them open. Could just be because kids aren't using them as much right now. But restaurants are open, and I don't know if they were open at 50% capacity. I think they're back to full, or they're not enforcing the 50%. I'm not sure which, because restaurants are fine, malls are fine. There's, you know, wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart. Things like that. Everywhere you go, security squirting hand sanitizer on you, but it's not bad. It's pretty open here. It's pretty easy. Yes, that's the one. The, I don't know, go to the rice porridge with beef tripe. I was actually mentioning that. I was getting some soup and they cut up what looked like a piece of fat and dumped it in, and it turns out it's tripe. I've never had tripe before, and I guess I like it because that was some good soup, and the tripe was actually good. And if you, it's one of those disgusting parts, but it was good. Yeah, I like a lot of the soup here. They make a lot of soup. A lot of soup here. Yeah, someone needs to fill that stocking. I'm not sure why the stocking is here. That's my stocking. Melanie hung. Hey, Melanie, are you still watching this? If so, can you tell us, why is my stocking hanging on the wall? I was not really involved with the decorating here. The stocking I don't mind, but out in the living room, she hung like a boot camp picture of me. What the hell are you hanging a boot camp? It's this big face all shaved and from boot camp. I'm like, what the hell is that? I've never hung that picture up, but she did. Anyway, fun. It's been an hour and 49 minutes, and I will probably wrap this up in about 10 or 12, because I'm thinking 2 hours might be enough, because I had a Diet Coke. I had tea and a whole lot of water. Here in a minute, I'm gonna have to go, if you know what I mean. And that's the end of the water. Can I show that boot camp picture? It's in the other room, and it's stuck to the wall with, I think, double-sided tape. So, no, not really. I think it's in one of my videos though. We'll have to, if you look at the condo walkthrough behind the TV, you'll see it. It's terrible. But I can't get in there from here. I'm reading comments. But I'm going to thank everybody for hanging out because it's been kind of fun. And I've never, like I said, this is my first live chat because like I said, I don't know what to do on a live chat. But it's cool just seeing what comes up and we talk about it. So, I did find a great new place to eat the other day because I love to eat, right? Right over the bridge. It's called Food Park, and it's an outdoor little food park. That's why it's called Food Park. And I wasn't sure. It could just be like a little kiosk of junky little whatever. No, this place got a burger joint, all you can eat wings for 220 pesos. All you can eat wings. Ain't bad. For 250 pesos, there's a place that does all you can eat Korean barbecue. There's some really good dumpling. I got a fried tofu and some gyoza. Wonderful. There's a barbecue place with ribs. It's a neat food court. There's also a bar. I'm not sure about the bar. One of their things they advertise is Yakult and soju. Yakult is one of those probiotic milky drinks, and soju is, well, it's soju. I'm not sure about mixing those. But the food's pretty good. Been there twice, and so we got a new hangout. It's real shady. It's outdoors, but it's real shady and open all kind of hours because there's a call center across the street. So I don't know if they're open all night, but they're open real late, or as late as they're allowed by the current rules. I don't know. I know they used to be open all night. I need to ask their new hours. But it's a great little hangout, and the food's really cheap, and the two places I've tried have been really good. So I need to go back and try some more. Do I like Ocean City? Yes, for regular Filipino food, Ocean City has some pretty good selections. I don't go there a lot because if I'm going out and spending money, I tend to buy foreigner food. But yeah, I was surprised when it said, you know, all you can eat unli, because instead of unlimited, it's always unli wings. So it's unlimited wings for $2.20. There's got to be a catch. I can eat a lot of wings. I figured maybe they give you a big pile of rice and you had to eat everything. Nope. They give you some rice. They throw in 5 wings. They got 5 different flavors, and you have to do only 1 flavor per serving. They give you 5 wings on your first. Every refill is only 3. But you can go back as many times as you want. So I tried all 5. They were good. But I could have eaten a whole lot more. I just didn't think I should. I can put away a lot of wings. I don't know what they would charge for unlimited wings in the US, but it ain't going to be $4. So you can eat pretty good here. Well, we do all right. Food prices are pretty good. Grocery prices are surprisingly high. They're about the same as the US. Don't understand that, but the restaurant food is cheap. So yeah, see, even Melanie says hello to my sister. But my sister popped in and said hello, and then she never commented again. So I don't know if she's still here. Kind of like Charlie. Charlie popped in and said hello, and then didn't say anything else. Globe popped in and said hello. Friendly reminder, your bill is due. I hate these text messages. I get more junk mail from Globe than anybody. And that took up the entire screen. Oh well. I'm getting about ready to probably wrap this up. It's been fun. And, oh, what do we got? Talking about wings, I'll keep talking. $1 a wing. Yeah, $1 a wing. Damn. No, this was $4 all you can eat wings. And I probably had, well, Melanie kept giving me some of hers. So I got, I think 15. 12 or 15, and then a couple of hers. So I did some damage. I could have easily eaten more because wings are small, but they were good. So, yes. So, hello, Sheila. Glad you're here. This has just been kind of a hang out and visit because that's what it's for. And if y'all want to do this again, we can do this more. I enjoyed it. Need a few more questions, keep it going. But yeah, it's been fun. And we could do this once a month if y'all want. We could do it more if y'all want, but maybe once. Because I release videos Filipino time on Monday and Thursday. So this, to me, is Saturday morning. It's probably Friday night for a lot of you folks. But if this is a good time, we can do this, or if another time is better, we can adjust it. This works well. I have to set an alarm to get up this early, because I am gloriously retired, and I don't wake up too early. But I don't set an alarm very often, so I suffer for you people. I set an alarm. It's horrible. Oh, wow, what was that? It said it was reconnecting. So it fell off for a minute. I guess YouTube says they're tired too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't, this was very short notice. I didn't decide till yesterday to do this. So I need to like let people know farther in advance, because this was just yesterday morning. I was like, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So I posted, said I was going to do it. Didn't give much notice. But yeah, we can start doing this if y'all want, like once a month. So, oh, while we're here, let's play with this, because I know y'all don't care. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens when you push buttons. We can change the color. I'm playing with my lighting. I have 3 different colors. It's all bad. It all looks like me. Light doesn't matter. So, yes, announcing a live in advance does help. And I did, but only one day in advance, because I didn't know I was doing this until yesterday. So it was, you know, I will try and plan ahead more and make a better notification. And thanks everybody. I think we're going to close this down here. It's been 2 hours, and it's been fun. I've got to go to the bank because it's the 1st, and I have to pay my phone bill. Ooh, exciting. And thank y'all very much. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all did too. Enjoy your day in paradise. So, bye-bye, everybody. Oh.